Today on the Tiger Basketball Report, we'll preview the Tigers games on the road against the James Madison Dukes and the Tribe of William and Mary. Get ready, fans. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now. Hello again and welcome to today's edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Ben Rosenbaum. After playing their first two CAA games here at home inside CQ Arena, the Tigers are on the road for their next two against James Madison and William and Mary. To talk about the games, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Diane Richardson. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So you get your first two CAA games under your belt here at home, unfortunately losses, and then it doesn't get any easier as you have to hit the road for perennial powerhouse James Madison on January 5th, and then a couple days later at William and Mary, who right now is the best team in the conference. We'll start with the Dukes. What do you know about JMU? I mean, that is a tough place to play down in Harrisonburg, and they have a really good program.
They really do, and like you said, they're the perennial powerhouse, and they've consistently done well in the conference. The town kind of rallies around them at games, and it's always packed in there, and the fans aren't the nicest fans, but we've got to look past that, and we've got to play our game.
They didn't have the strongest non-conference performance, and they actually came into CAA play technically as the last-ranked team in the conference, but as soon as we start playing CAA basketball, they pick up 2 wins, first against Hofstra and then Northeastern, who you played. Can you look at that Northeastern tape and go, here's what we did against Northeastern, here's what Northeastern did against us, and then compare it to what they did against JMU?
Yeah, and that's exactly what we've done. It looked at those kinds of things, and when you're preparing for your scout, you've got to see what you're capable of doing and then how other teams have beat them. And so we're looking at that this week, and we'll be going over some things this week.
Kamaya Smalls and Lexi Barrier, they are leading the way right now for the Dukes. You look at them, they're averaging points, they're rebounding the ball. They share the ball really well as well. They're averaging 10 assists a game as a team. What sticks out about the Dukes this year that maybe last year has changed a little bit?
Well, I think they're faster, and obviously they've always had good guards, but now they've got kind of a balanced attack with Smalls and Barrier. So we've got to be able to stop both of them, not just one, because the other one can definitely go off on us.
Of course, last year this Tiger team swept JMU, which a lot of people in the conference were surprised by, and I think Towson kind of took it as a chip on the shoulder that people were surprised that they beat James Madison. Do you try to use that and try to use that as a motivational tactic going against a team like James Madison where people don't think you deserve to be on the court with them and they think it was a fluke that you beat them twice last year?
Well, I'm sure Shauna Regan is probably remembering last year with this Towson team, and he's probably got some locker room stuff going on right now. But, right now we're kind of concerned about us, and so we're going to try to rebuild ourselves this week, and, hopefully we come out with a win against James Madison.
And then turning towards William and Mary, 11-2, 2-0 on the conference, wins over College of Charleston, who you played, and UNCW. Abby Rendell is playing defensively probably some of the best basketball this conference has seen in a long time. 61 blocks on the year. The team is averaging 7 blocks a game, almost 8, and a lot of them are coming from her.
Right.
We have a lot of players on our team that like to drive to the basket.
Right.
And how do you have to adjust for a player like Abby Rendell?
Well, obviously she is, she clogs up the paint, and, you get past the guards and get in there, and Abby's waiting for you. So we've got to look at how we attack the basket and know where she is at all times, and maybe go with an inside-out game against William and Mary.
And then scoring-wise, it's not just defense doing it for them. They're scoring the basketball.
Yeah,
Bianca Boggs, Rendell, Jenna Green, Victoria Reynolds. This is also a team over the last few years. You look at Ed Swanson teams, they shoot the ball really well from the perimeter. They move the ball really well. This is a team that can spread out the defense. And defensively, you had one of the best three-point defenses in the conference. You've got to really be on your game against this team.
Right. And obviously, I know quite a few of those players from this area that played for William and Mary, and I know they're going to get up for this game. And, again, they're scoring the ball, and they share the ball really, really well. So we've got to make sure we're up into them defensively so they don't get the ball reversals like they're used to getting.
Turnovers, we know for you, are one of your biggest sticking points on offense,
Yes.
taking care of the basketball. William and Mary is doing a good job forcing turnovers. They have a +4 turnover margin right now against opponents. How hard do you have to stress to your point guard, especially Italia Vogt, who's probably going to be playing the majority of the game, that they need to take care of the basketball?
Right, and that's one of the things. I mean, we are really high. We have a high turnover ratio, but you know, most of them are unforced. And if we can control ourselves and make sure there are not any unforced turnovers, I think we'll be in a better position.
All right. The Tigers are on the road January 5th, and they will take on the Dukes at 7 o'clock. And then a couple days later, on January 7th at 2 o'clock, on the court in Williamsburg against the Tribe. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
For more news and notes on your favorite Towson Tigers team, and of course, how to follow along with Towson women's basketball this weekend, head over to towsontigers.com. For the Tiger Basketball Report, I'm Ben Rosenbaum. Thanks for joining us, and as always, go Tigers.